The New York Stock Exchange celebrating a milestone, and Brian Sozzi is there on the floor with NYSE President Lynn Martin. Brian.
Hey, thanks so much, Shauna. Lynn, great to see you again. 230 years. I almost can't believe it. Talk to us a little bit how you have put your stamp on the NYSE since you took over.
Yeah, I mean, 230 years. I know we don't look a day over 229. No. I'm thrilled to be talking to you on a day like today where we celebrate, really our evolution. When you think about our institution celebrating its 230th anniversary today, it has withstood multiple pandemics, wars, volatility, which couldn't be more timely than now. So we're super proud of the way we've evolved the institution, really driven by technology-led innovation. And if I think about the last 5 months that I've been in the seat, one of the things I very much focus on is technology and the power of technology, and really continuing to further how companies use technology to innovate, to tell their stories, just like we have for the last 230 years.
Technology, very important. That reflects your background too as well.
It sure
but
does.
How important is it still to have people on the floor, especially when the pandemic was raging in 2020? It was important to actually have humans in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, the role of the humans on the floor has never been more relevant than now when we're seeing these increased volatility, especially, intraday. And the data we're looking at, the NYSE listed stocks are trading with 2 times less volatility at the open, 3 times less volatility at the close. And that message has never resonated more with our issuer community, particularly in times like this. So the role of the human to really smooth out the anomalies during volatile situations has never been more relevant to our existing issuers, and importantly to those issuers who are still looking at coming to market.
Talk to us a little bit about the average person out there. It has been a tough, I would say, 3 months for the markets, especially the past month. What is going on here?
Yeah, it's been a challenging period for the markets, driven by a variety of factors. You have the geopolitical uncertainty. Our hearts continue to be with the people of the Ukraine as they continue to deal with the challenges that they're facing against Russia. But there's also, uncertainty about the U.S. economy, inflation in particular. That's very much on the minds of the investor, dealing with inflation, dealing with price of gas, price of food, whatever the case may be. And you're seeing it also at times around the interest rate hikes. So the Fed cycle, is the Fed going to continue to raise rates 25 bips in March, 50 bips more recently? What does that outlook look like to really curb inflation? So you kind of have 2 different dynamics at play at the moment. And that's weighing on investors, understandably. But the most important thing is our markets are continuing to operate as they should. Open, transparent, and efficient. Our markets have withstood multiple bouts of volatility through our history. And every time there is a bout of volatility, our markets get stronger. Our rules get more refined. Our systems get more refined to be able to handle these periods of stress in a way that buyers can meet sellers, sellers can meet buyers in a very efficient fashion.
This volatility has hurt the number of deals coming to market. It was a challenging first quarter. What does the rest of the year look like?
Yeah, it's not that different from other periods where there's been uncertainty in the market. The deal flow coming to market has slowed, mainly because of the volatility in the market, but the demand is still there. We are talking to new innovative companies every day about how they're coming to market, when they come to market. And they're excited about coming to market, but they're going to pick the right time to come to market. Now, some sectors, we are seeing deals come to market. We had an IPO a couple weeks ago for an energy company, a clean energy company, Accelerate Energy, which performed incredibly well and still trading around its IPO price, which is extraordinary when you consider all the volatility in the market. So for some sectors, I think you'll see them come out a bit sooner than others. But others are continuing to look at volatility metrics.
You and I are getting ready to head to the World Economic Forum in Davos. Different planes, leaving at different times, of course. But what is the one message you are going to take from public markets here in the U.S. to overseas leaders?
Yeah, our markets continue to be the envy of the world. And I don't want the political leaders to lose sight of the fact that the U.S. capital markets are the home of investment. They're the envy of the world for a reason. They have withstood multiple pandemics, multiple wars, multiple periods of volatility. And I don't want global leaders to take our position in the U.S. for granted.
And ESG. That will also be a key message, right?
100%. That's an area we've spent a ton of time on, incredibly focused on, continuing to provide tools to our issuer community, as well as those risk managers who are looking to either disclose their ESG footprint to the market or manage risks associated with environmental, social, and governance metrics.
Well, safe travels to the World Economic Forum. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out there amongst the living. Lynn Martin, good to see you.